In 3, 2, 1. All right, friends, thank you for logging on today. We have 2 types of measuring length. Customary, which is what's very common in the United States of America. And then we have the metric system, which is very popular around the world, and as well as math and science. Okay, so everyone get out your pencils and highlighters. I passed them all out. If you need any extras, they're on the blue table. Please and thank you. Everyone have a seat. Let's start with when you use a ruler, make sure the item you are measuring lines up with 0. So lines up with 0, we talked about that. Lines up with 0 and not just the end of the ruler. And I say that because if you look closely at a ruler, some rulers are even worse at this. There's a little piece, can y'all tell? There's a little bit of extra space here between 0 and the end of the ruler. And that's okay if you're like measuring something for fun, but a lot of times we measure stuff for science and math, and you can't make mistakes like that. So we need to teach you the right way. Don't start at the end, start at the 0. Okay, an inch. An inch is about the size of your thumb, and it is marked by the longest lines on the ruler. A foot is 12 inches. Oh, let me highlight thumb too, because that's kind of a neat fact. It's about the size of your thumb. For me, it's about from this line to the end of my thumb. So that's about an inch. All right. 12 inches is a foot and is the length of one ruler. A yard is 3 feet, 36 inches, and it's about 3 rulers put together. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. We also, especially in 3rd grade, you need to know about what half an inch is. So remember, I showed you that ruler over here. Half an inch is halfway between 0 and 1 whole. All right, go ahead. Before I let you go for the individual practice, I'm going to have you guys flip over to the other page for the metric system. Metric system. All right, this is the one that's really popular in science and math, and it's very popular all over the world.
Which is 1 centimeter.
But you need to pay attention to which kind you're using, metric or customary. Now, in the metric system, same thing. You need to make sure your lines measure up with 0 and not just the end of the ruler. The smallest that we commonly use in the metric system is a centimeter. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of a centimeter. Perfect. A centimeter is less than an inch. It's about the width of a pencil eraser. All right, so look at your pencil. It's about that wide. That's about a centimeter. A meter, however, is 100 centimeters. In fact, I showed y'all yesterday a meter stick. Ta-da! You can't see it on the video. It won't fit in this screen because it's kind of big. This is a meter stick. All right, it's 100 centimeters. You can also think it's a meter is about the width of that door. About the width of the door. Remember, width tells me how wide something is. About the width or how wide that door is over there is about a meter. About. Not exact, about. Lastly, kilometer. A kilometer is 100,000 centimeters, 1,000 meters, and it takes about 10 minutes to walk 1 kilometer. That's very common for when we're doing, you'll see that a lot at the Olympics when they're doing races. They'll have races with distances measured by kilometer. All right, does that make sense?